I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Tighten up.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Check. Shoot.
Ready?
Well, the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Rock it.
Big dash. Come. Whip. Watch the whip. Let's go.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go. 30 base.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
Leo.
You got tight right there.
Yes.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up second.
Go. Hey, Delta.
57's a Mike. 57's Mike.
Now to the air, Rock. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go.
Mike, 57. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On first down, it's Logan. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, zoom.
57's Mike.
Yo, Jackrabbit, come on. Deep river.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
What? 14, 14, front it. Go, 14. And here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 50.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
25.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Undercrush. Mike 40, check, he's coming. Defense wins chance.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Mike 40. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, alert.
Watch the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3rd and 15.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
12.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike's 40. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check your hot read. Check 3.
Alert 3.
14, front it. 3 man time.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
6, pull it high. Slam. Watch twist.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bravo.
At the 37-yard line.
54. Greystone, travel. Gone. Watch 54.
Watch the run. Watch the edge.
49, check 49.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Look at me, zipper.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready?
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
Let's go.
Hey, Foxtrot.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the screen. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Yep.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
On third and long, it's Locke. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, lock it.
Slam.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run on first down. Logan trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
At the Seahawks 39-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On third down, it's Logan, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
That's it, baby.
A gain of 17 yards, but it's 3rd down.
I smell fear now. I smell fear now.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, watch your leg. Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 1st down, Stallings. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards on the ground.
That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, here's Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check. Fresno.
Check it backer.
Hey, Friday. Hey, alert. Look, guys, 4 down. Under 10. 36 power.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson, flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
It's just me and you. Check, boy.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here we go. Mike 40.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Deuce. Look for signal. Hey. Check 9.
On 1st down, Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Screen. Watch the screen. Alert. 57 to Mike. Good. 57. Mike, 57. Know your job. Hey, check Mike 57.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays situations like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Good job right there. Check back forward. Come on, baby. You guys listen. Tight gun.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Nice 57.
Hey, 0.
On 1st and 10, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan, and he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 79 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Come on now. X3, 218, chop it. Look, squeeze. Watch the shit. That's 5.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They run with Logan, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
What?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. D Ford in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check safety, check safety. Check nickel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeForest Buckner. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
He's coming. We got double up. Recon, 152 fighter.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Gold for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
57 to Mike.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his... Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Alert, 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 alert. Go.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
14. Go, 4 down, 4 down.
Squeeze. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
40's Mike.
I know he ain't got it.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set, ready? 60 out, more.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
I got one. Back 61, matchbox lights.
On first down, it's Logan. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Squeeze, double.
Hey, orbit.
57's the mic. Watch 57. On the ball.
Lights 57. Down.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, Stallings. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. Shit. Zebra. Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stallings, and he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
50 gun. Zebra. 57. Mike, 57.
Here's Wilson. Buying time was left. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs.